So your product's not selling on Amazon, but you've made the right decision by one, not sitting there crying about it, and two, trying to figure out what it is you did wrong or what else you could do to try and fix it. Well, when people go to buy on Amazon, it pretty much comes down to two things that influence their decision, and everything else is just extra little points that add up to the conversion. And those two things are your images and your offer. So first, your images, because that's the easiest of the two to understand. Your images have to do three different things, okay? One, show your product's visual differentiation. Two, it has to be product focused. And three is tell a story, okay? So here's what I mean. So first, showing your product's differentiation. This gets more important the more competitive the market is that you go into, okay? Now, I always teach that you should be launching a product that is in some way visually differentiated from everyone else that is selling, okay? Because if you go in there and there's already people selling with even 10 reviews or more, if your product's in there and it's exactly the same and the price point is very similar, of course, and you know this yourself, when you're buying, you're going to choose the one with more reviews because it has more people saying that it's good. But if you go in there and your product looks fancy or it looks better, people are going to be more willing to pick yours even with no reviews because of how much it catches their eye and how much better it looks. And then the second thing is your images have to be product focused. Okay, I'm gonna be showing you a few examples on the screen here in a sec, but so many people go out and like, I'm gonna do these sick lifestyle photos and get these really muscly guys, these beautiful women in the photos, and then your actual product is so small or you can barely tell what it is or what it's doing, and the people, the customers have no idea what they're supposed to be looking at in the photo. Okay, so this is an example of that when it's lost, you don't know what's going on, you don't know where to look. And then this is an example of when it's product focused but still showing it used beautifully in a nice background to sort of separate your photos from your plain white one as your hero image, and then transitioning into some of these nicer other images. And then tying in with this is the ability to tell a story through your images. So you want to be able to use these photos because, especially in Australia, people hate to read, right? Australians are pretty dumb and we hate reading stuff if we don't have to, so we love to be able to see an image. And if you can go through your photos and tackle the points that are going to one, sell it and solve the problems for people, so like in this example here, if you can show in your photos that, hey, this is great for playing sports, it's great for protecting your wrist even if you might have like this issue or this issue, so people don't have to worry about reading through it, they can just tell us and be like, oh yeah, that's for me, basically by just seeing the image. Okay, if you just have random photos, they're going from one thing to another, people are going to be like, oh, like I'm getting a bit lost in this, I'm not sure if it's for me, and then they're going to keep looking around and not end up coming back. And then the second most important part on whether or not a customer is going to buy is your offer, which in super general terms means that the customer has to feel that they're getting a good deal. Now, I don't mean that the price is super low or it's like 80% off. What I mean is that it's the relationship between the value that they think they're getting and the price that they're paying. Okay, so through your price is the main feature there on Amazon, but then when they go in, and I mentioned the little things that add up, so like your EBC, your bullet points, your bundling, the customer has to feel that for the price, they are getting an absolute steal, that they're getting so much value and getting that great deal to choose you. Now, I know for some people it might be hard to imagine this within the Amazon business, so I'll give you an example in another type of business which is the same kind of concept, but for me, I sometimes during the year will do coaching with people, right? And for that, I charge a higher price. Let's just say, for example, that it was $10,000, right? And you'll see how you can apply this to Amazon and how Amazon does some of these things for you. But if I said the coaching is $10,000 for you to go in and do it for half a year, okay? And some people might be like, oh, I don't really feel like I'm getting a heap of value there for that price. And so I'm like, okay. So I go in there and I say, it's the coaching plus you have my personal contact line on Voxer, the app, so you can send me a voicemail and I'll send you back at any time at all. Then are people like, oh, is it worth $10,000? Maybe not. Okay, so then on top of that, I'm like, all right, we're gonna do 5 progress calls where I go along and I'm checking where you're up to and launching your product. I'm gonna go along with you. And if you're stuck there, you can ask, we'll go through it as a group, okay? Adding more value to the offer. And then some people might still be like, oh, I still don't think it's worth that price. right? And then you add more value, be like, okay, here's my over 100 video course that I give to people. So you can go in there, go through the videos, and you get stuck, you have a question, again, you've got my Voxer, you send me a message, okay? So then you have all this value in there, and then you might be like, okay, I said it was $10,000, but we're actually doing it for just under $5,000, okay? So now, even though you had that higher price, you're showing the discounted off, and people are like, oh my God, we're getting a great deal, which is what Amazon can do for you, okay? You have your price, you're in there, and then you can use a coupon to have the percentage off, or you can do the sale price, so then sometimes you get the strike through. So, you know, people see it as like this money off, and they're like, oh my God, that's amazing. It's a deal. Look at all this value I'm getting. And then I can tell people that with my coaching, I'm like, all right, we're only doing it with 10 people for the whole year. Okay. And after that, we're not accepting anyone else. So then they're like, oh my gosh, there's only 10 spots. I need to get in because I really want to get all this value. Okay. Again, Amazon does this for you. You'll see on there, they'll be like only 10 left in stock, only 20 left in stock. Some people are like, oh my gosh, there's this coupon that I want to get with it. It's all this value. The image is visually differentiating. There's only 10 left. I've got to buy it now. Okay, so you see how if you can master those two things by having your images great and having an offer, it's going to make people pick your product over those competitors. Even if they've been there with the reviews, even if they've been selling, you've got to do these things in order to beat them. So start there, go through, see how you can improve your images or improve your offer in order to pick up some of those sales. If you guys got any value from this video, please leave a like and subscribe. It helps me out and it helps get this video out to other people who are struggling with the same issues. And I give so much of my stuff away for free. I give all the best stuff away for free that other people make you pay for. And I have a heap of free resources down below. Go check it out, download it, because it's going to help you so much on your journey. But I'm super proud of you guys for, again, taking this step, not sitting there and crying about it, and going in and trying to figure out the skills you can learn on how to improve your business. So thank you guys so much. And remember, you're only one product away from living the life of your dreams. Thank you so much, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.